Hi and welcome to another theHunter tutorial. My name is Baltus and today I want to show you the very basics of the game and some hints and tricks to hunting mule deer. Now, to hunt successfully you will need to decide where to hunt, what weapon to use, and then go and find some deer. Mule deer only roam on Locust Point, shown on this map. You will most likely find them in the red section, so basically all over the area. You can enter Locust Point at one of the two lodges, Field Lodge in the south or Border Lodge in the north. Later on you can buy and set up tents to get additional starting points on a map. Now, a hunt typically consists of 4 phases: tracking, attracting, meaning to find an animal; spotting, that means making visual contact; shooting, and finally harvesting to get a valid kill. There are multiple types of tracks you can find in theHunter, for example acoustic calls of the animals, hoof prints, poop, bedding sites or blood. All visual tracks are marked by a red or blue circle on the ground. You can change the color in the settings if you have problems seeing them, for example if you are colorblind. By moving to the circle, your hunter mate, that's the PDA-like device on the bottom left, will pick the trail up, indicating it with a small paw on the top left of the hunter mate screen. The hunter mate is a way of simulating the actual tracking in real life. Whenever you find a new trail, the hunter mate will ask you if you want to abandon your current trail, if you have already picked one up. By pressing the left mouse button, the trail of that specific track is now active. All clues left behind by that animal will now be indicated by a red dome instead of the half circle. You can now follow the red domes to chase the animal. You will need to find at least 3 different tracks to get an exact location and heading. This will be indicated by the red dots at the top of the hunter mate screen. However, most likely you will find a lot more tracks until you spot the animal. Just remember to take your time, maybe even crouching when following a lead. Especially the big score deer scare away easily. An animal can spot you visually, when it sees you, acoustically, when it hears you, or by smelling your scent. To not be seen, try to hide behind hills or very solid trees. Basically, every object you can't move through in the game will block your sight. To lower your noises, you can crouch or prone or hunt in the rain, where the noises are damped to a degree. To lower your smell, you can use a scent eliminator, which you can buy in the Dog's Outfitters shop in-game. You can also try to approach an animal with the wind in your face. Wind in theHunter normally blows from south to north, and you can see the exact direction by using a wind indicator, also available in the shop. During the tracking, the hunter mate will show you the direction the animal took with a cone. It will also show you how fresh the tracks are, indicated by a circle. If the circle is solid, the animal should be very close. Picking up tracks will increase your skill for tracking that specific animal. If you have a higher level, the tracks will tell you more about the animal, like the gender or even the possible score. Sooner or later you should finally spot the animal. Use the binoculars or scopes to get a better view. After the animal is identified, you will see informations like gender, weight or score, depending on your level of spotting that specific animal. As you can see, I'm still a noob, so all I see is the gender. It's time to shoot. Select the weapon you want to use, press the left mouse button to lift it up and aim. Depending on your weapon skill, you will encounter a wobbling. You can steady your aim by crouching or proning, and by increasing your skill level for that specific weapon. You can practice shooting in the shooting ranges at the lodges, but you will not gain skill levels there. Only using it in the field will increase your experience. Once you're ready, press the spacebar to hold your breath and stabilize the weapon even more. Then press the left mouse button to shoot. As you may have noticed, I only wounded the animal and it ran away. We now have to find the body to harvest it. For that, go to the place where you hit it and find a trace of blood. This works like a normal track and you can follow the domes to the body. Unfortunately, my shot was so bad it wasn't enough to kill it. The deer managed to run away for some time until it could no longer move and lay down. So we have to end his misery by setting another shot. After that we can harvest the deer by using the PDA-like hunter mate. The Hunter Mate will show you the distance of each shot you took and where you hit the animal. It will also show you weight, gender and score. If you want, you can take a trophy picture that will be added to your account on the web. Another way to lure out animals is to use a caller or scent. To use a caller, go to the inventory and make sure you have a lure equipped. You can see the shortcut at the top. Back on the track, press the corresponding key, then left click to raise it up and left click again to call. This works the same for scents. When you're aware of the presence of a possible target, for example after hearing a call in the area or having followed a trail, it's possible to get the animal to come to you instead of chasing it. With that you can use the surroundings to your advantage. Try to lure it to a specific spot and then leave for a place where you have a clear view, the wind from the front and can possibly prone. That way it's much easier to get a good shot at it. You can even use high stands, tree stands, tripods or ground blinds for additional cover. Now scents work for about 20 in-game minutes, which is 10 minutes real time. Caller only lasts about half that time. Also the animal has to be in an idle state at the time of the attraction. It's much harder to hit that moment with a caller than with scent. For best results, combine them by applying a scent and then using the caller. After some time the animal should appear and after spotting it, you can go for the shoot. Also note that I use the scope here with which I can zoom in. That helps especially with long ranges. That's about it for this tutorial. If you have additional questions, check the wiki for the Hunter or visit us on the forums. A lot of experienced players and hunters will gladly answer the questions you have. Goodbye and weit man's heil.